Two Blue Fred. And today we're talking about long distance motorcycles. And if you want to stay in the saddle longer, stick around. So we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Do us a favor and hit that subscribe button if you love motorcycles, and hit that notification bell if you want to see new content as soon as it's available. So first things first, beer one. Tastes just like a beer. So what is a long distance motorcycle? And what makes some better than others? Truly any motorcycle, in my opinion, can be a long distance motorcycle, as long as you can sit on it comfortably. So let's define what long distance is. 500 miles, 600, 800, 1,000 definitely long distance for one day. If you're going coast to coast, 3,500 miles or so, and you're trying to do it in 3 days, that'd be a long distance ride. And behind me, I have my long distance motorcycle. I'm not saying it's the best at what it does. For me, it's what I wanted. Between the style, reliability, dealer network, options available, and aftermarket parts availability, I don't think you can beat it. It's a 2017 Harley Davidson Road Glide Ultra. And I'll go over the mods and show you what I did to it to make it fit me better. I added fog lights to help me see better at night and be seen better during the day. I added a taller windscreen with this, what they call a recurve at the top. Next, I added this cup holder. It holds a 32-ounce cup. I have a hydration hose that comes out of it. It's just magnetic to the handlebar. Very handy. I love that thing. I've added this dual USB so I can charge my phone while it's on the handlebars. There is another USB here, but I usually have USB stick plugged into it. I added a second GPS. Fact is, they're just better at navigation than any stock navigation on a motorcycle. Stock navs on a motorcycle pretty much suck. And why do they suck? Because you're limited on your routing, your points of interest that you can add, and waypoints. I haven't found any limitations in points of interest or waypoints that I can add to that. Here in the back, I added LED brake light and LED filler lights. And that's just so I grab the attention of whoever's behind me a little easier. I added a CB. Here's the antenna. That's how we communicate. We don't really like the Bluetooth headsets. If you've ever messed with them for a long period of time, once you get them working, they work well. But for simplicity, you plug in your helmet and you don't have to think about anything else. It works. I've seen many a time Bluetooth guys, where two guys may ride together all the time and their helmets work. Then you throw a third guy into the mix. Now you're standing in the parking lot for 15 minutes trying to get everybody to connect. We went there, been there, done that, and you got to remember to charge the batteries like when you're on a trip every night, because they'll die every day. If you're just out and about with your buddies for a day, it's probably not that big a deal. But truly, we have ran the gamut on Bluetooth and CBs. CB is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. Also upgraded the stereo. I would love to play it for you, but due to copyrights and stuff, I added these highway pegs just so I can stretch my legs out. Over here, if you've kept up with us for a while, you'll notice we installed the Warm and Safe dual heated trolley just a few weeks ago. The most important things in long distance riding: comfort. Comfort's number one. Reliability's number two. It's got to be. If you're uncomfortable, you're just not going to be able to sit there very long. If your butt hurts after 3 hours, you might want to change that seat. I added a Corbin seat. Very nice. I'm a big fan of Corbin. Have been for a long time. Absolutely hated the stock handlebars, so I added 12-inch Paul Yaffe monkey bars. I fairly well like them. I almost wish I went 14, but I'm not sure about that because I haven't tried them. It's definitely not a look thing for me. It's a comfort thing. I know the 14s would come back to me a little more and allow me to relax the top part of my arm more to a natural position. This is not a rally type bike, like an iron butt rally type bike. It could be with one more mod. The Iron Butt Association allows you 11.5 gallons maximum. I have a 6-gallon tank, and if I really wanted to compete and try to be a top finisher, I would probably need to add the 5.5 gallons fuel cell on this bike. It's hard to compete when you're stopping every 200 miles and your competitors are stopping every 350 miles or 400 miles. I know those BMW adventure bikes, some of them had like a 9+ gallon tank. But I feel that this bike, I could take it and be competitive if I truly wanted to be. I would also probably add some more lighting to the front just because there would be a lot of night riding. And typically I'm not a night rider. I also feel that fairings are very important. The more you can keep the wind off of you, the less tired you'll be at the end of the day. Something about the wind just constantly hitting you will wear you out. Big heavy bikes make great long distance motorcycles. If you're getting blown around on the road by a 400-pound bike and you're riding for 12 hours that day, I could do the same 12 hours and not be nearly as tired as you. At the end of the day, it all comes down to what you like and what you're willing to endure to ride the motorcycle that you want to ride. I chose this bike because I love it. I love the styling, the heritage, the features, and I wouldn't trade it for anything else on the market right now. And that's not because it's a Harley, it's my first one. And I went through several bikes before this. So if you're an Indian fan, cool. They make good bikes. If you're a Honda fan, awesome. Great bikes. Probably not a more reliable bike on the planet. Maybe Yamaha. It's not a Harley video. It's just talking about the long distance motorcycle in general and what makes a good one. I still have it, my Honda ST1300, and I had 2 GPSs on the dash. I had my phone mount. I had a CB mount. I had the Bluetooth to the CB. I don't know what else, but I used to like the look of all that clutter, all the farkles on the bike. And now I like simple, less clutter. It's less stuff I have to take off the bike at the end of the day. I'm not worried about people stealing it. I'm not worried about somebody stealing my CB because it's under the fairing, so I don't have to take it off. I'm not worried about the GPSs. That one just pops off. The other ones were it's kind of a pain in the ass to get them off. So I'd have this process at the beginning and the end of every day of putting all this crap on the bike. And the more features that are built into the bike, I think the better. Bluetooth to your phone is a nice feature. Oh, I forgot the most important feature of all. Cruise control. Cruise control. I wouldn't go out of the state without cruise control today. I didn't know what I was missing all those years. This is what I've done. If you're doing it, you've got your system worked out, and that's cool. I'm just showing you what I've done and what works for me and what makes me happy on a long trip, day after day after day. Two Blue Fred, I've enjoyed showing you guys my long distance motorcycle. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Help us get to that 1,000 subscriber mark. It's a big deal, it really is. It doesn't take any time, just and you're done. We're gonna be doing some camping soon, some motorcycle camp. Stay tuned for that. And as always, freaking ride every day.